Welcome back! In this module, we'll explore the importance of understanding and evaluating occupational standards in vocational education and training. These standards are key to ensuring your students gain the skills they need for success in the workplace. We'll emphasize the evaluation process within the competency-based educational model, which focuses on equipping students with the specific competencies necessary for their careers. By assessing how well these standards align with industry needs, you can tailor your teaching to better prepare your students for the future. You'll also discover practical ways to integrate emerging technologies into your lessons, ensuring that your curriculum stays relevant and engaging. By the end of this module, you'll have the tools to enhance your teaching and make a real impact on your students' journeys. Let's dive in. Industries around the world are constantly evolving, with emerging technologies fundamentally changing how jobs are carried out. For example, in construction, the use of drones for site surveys and building information modeling software for project management is streamlining processes and enhancing accuracy. In automotive repair, advancements such as electric vehicles and diagnostic software require technicians to understand new systems and tools. As a TVET teacher, your role is to equip students with the skills necessary to work effectively with both current and future technologies. This means integrating hands-on experiences with these tools into your curriculum, ensuring that your students are not only prepared for today's job market, but also adaptable to future developments in their fields. By identifying emerging trends early, you can seamlessly integrate them into your lessons, positioning your TVET institution ahead of the curve in a developing country. This proactive approach not only ensures that your students are well prepared to enter the workforce with confidence, but also enhances your institution's appeal to prospective students. In a competitive educational landscape, showcasing a curriculum that incorporates the latest technologies and practices will attract learners eager to acquire relevant skills. As you think about this, consider: how can you identify emerging trends in your industry, and what resources can you use to stay informed? When students see that your programs align with industry demands and future job opportunities, they are more likely to choose your institution as their pathway to a successful career. Additionally, reflect on how you can integrate these trends into your current curriculum to enhance student learning. By staying ahead of the trends, you contribute to building a skilled workforce that meets the needs of a rapidly evolving economy. How do you think positioning your institution as a leader in adopting new technologies will impact student enrollment and community perception? What specific skills or technologies do you believe will be most important for your students in the coming years, and how can you prepare them for these changes? As we have seen in Modules 1 and 2, staying ahead of the curve is essential for effective TVET teaching. One way to achieve this is by actively identifying emerging technologies in your sector. Engage with industry publications, attend webinars, and participate in trade fairs. These are excellent sources of information on upcoming innovations. By incorporating these insights into your lessons, you can ensure your students are equipped with the most relevant skills for their future careers. Once you've identified new technologies, it's time to evaluate their relevance. Ask yourself, will this technology be widely adopted? Does it align with the current needs of your sector? And most importantly, how can this technology benefit your students in the workplace? When evaluating emerging technologies for integration into your TVET curriculum, it's essential to assess how well they align with the educational content you are teaching. Consider whether this technology can be easily incorporated into your existing program, or if the curriculum requires updating to accommodate these advancements. Moreover, it's crucial to reflect on whether your students will have access to this technology in their future workplaces. This evaluation process embodies the concept of being a reflexive practitioner, as highlighted by Donald Shun. It encourages educators to continuously reflect on their practices, learning from experiences and adapting to new insights. By adopting this reflective approach, you can ensure that your teaching methods remain relevant and responsive to the evolving industry landscape, ultimately enhancing your students' preparedness for the workforce. This not only benefits their immediate learning, but also contributes to their long-term success in a competitive job market, as underscored in the professional standards for TVET teachers.
As a TVET teacher, have you ever considered what it means to be a reflexive practitioner? This concept, introduced by the influential educator Donald Shun, emphasizes the importance of reflection in your professional practice. Are you actively engaging in reflection in action, thinking critically while you teach, or reflection on action, analyzing your past experiences to improve your future practice? Being a reflexive practitioner is crucial in our rapidly evolving vocational landscape. How do you stay adaptable to new technologies and industry standards? Reflect on whether your teaching methods and curriculum remain relevant in this fast changing environment. By regularly assessing your practices, are you identifying effective strategies that enhance student learning outcomes? Think about how you can foster your own professional growth through continuous learning and collaboration with your peers. As you connect with industry professionals, how can you ensure that your curriculum aligns with real-world applications? Are you preparing your students for the workforce in ways that truly reflect the demands of their future careers? Lastly, how can you model the importance of reflection for your students, helping them develop the adaptability and responsiveness needed in today's job market? Embrace the role of a reflexive practitioner and consider how this mindset can enrich your teaching and benefit your students' future success.
Now that you've identified and evaluated an emerging technology, it's time to bring it into the classroom and integrate it into your students' learning experience. Start by introducing the technology in a way that resonates with their context. For example, if you're incorporating mobile payment systems in a business or entrepreneurship course, explain how these systems work, their significance in today's economy, and how they can facilitate financial transactions in their future careers. Connect the technology to their future jobs by discussing specific roles where mobile payment systems will be relevant. For instance, in a retail or hospitality setting, you could illustrate how understanding mobile payment options can improve customer service and streamline operations, making them more competitive in the job market. To ensure that students grasp the technology's application, provide them with opportunities for hands-on interaction. Create activities where they can engage with the technology directly. For instance, you might set up a simulated marketplace in the classroom where students use mobile payment apps to conduct transactions. This practical exercise allows them to explore the features of the technology, such as scanning QR codes or managing digital receipts. Encourage them to troubleshoot any issues they encounter during the simulation, fostering problem-solving skills. Ask guiding questions like, "What challenges did you face while using the mobile payment system?" Or, "How did you resolve any issues that arose during the transactions?" This critical thinking process will help them understand the technology's role in their specific trade and how to adapt to challenges in real-world scenarios. In a construction course, you could introduce basic project management apps that help workers track progress and manage resources on site. Have students use these apps to plan a small project, allowing them to see firsthand how technology can enhance efficiency and communication in construction. By providing these practical, hands-on experiences, you not only teach your students how to use emerging technologies, but also prepare them to think critically about how these tools fit into their chosen trades. This approach ensures they leave your program equipped with the skills and confidence needed to succeed in their future careers, especially in a developing country where such technologies can greatly impact business practices and employment opportunities. By integrating emerging technologies into your teaching, you are not only preparing your students for the jobs of tomorrow, but also fostering a mindset of adaptability and resilience. In a rapidly changing world, we cannot predict exactly what new technologies will emerge or how they will shape industries in the future. However, as educators, it is our responsibility to stay informed about current advancements and teach our students to do the same. For instance, consider incorporating simple surveying tools and technologies into your curriculum, especially if your focus is on fields like construction or agriculture. Technologies such as GPS devices, leveling instruments, and mobile surveying apps are becoming essential in various trades, enabling students to gather accurate data and make informed decisions. By introducing them to these tools, you empower them to think creatively and solve problems, skills that will be invaluable as technology continues to evolve. Encourage your students to explore how different technologies can be applied within their specific trades. For example, in a construction training program, you might introduce students to modern surveying techniques that utilize digital levels or drones for site assessments. Discuss with them how these technologies can enhance accuracy and efficiency in their projects, prompting them to consider the implications for future construction practices. To effectively integrate these technologies, think creatively about your teaching methods. You could set up projects where students work in groups to develop a plan incorporating these emerging surveying tools relevant to their field. This hands-on approach allows them to apply what they learn in a practical context, encouraging teamwork, critical thinking, and innovation. When evaluating their understanding and competence, focus on building their skills rather than simply assessing knowledge acquisition. Ask your students to present their projects and demonstrate how they would implement these technologies in real-world scenarios. This not only reinforces their learning, but also helps them gain confidence in their abilities to navigate a tech-driven environment. By teaching your students how to keep up with technological advancements and instilling a culture of continuous learning, you equip them to thrive in a workforce that demands agility and adaptability. As TVET teachers, our role goes beyond imparting knowledge. We must cultivate confidence and a forward-thinking mindset that prepares our students for an uncertain future, ensuring they are well equipped to seize the opportunities that lie ahead. As TVT teachers, how do you currently evaluate your students' competence? Are you solely relying on traditional tests and assignments, or are you exploring more dynamic assessment methods? Let's consider a comprehensive approach to evaluation that incorporates various types, including formative, summative, performance-based, and self-assessment. Formative assessments play a crucial role in monitoring student progress throughout the learning process. How often do you check in with your students using quizzes, peer assessments, or practical demonstrations? These ongoing evaluations can help you identify areas where students might be struggling, allowing you to adjust your teaching strategies in real time. Summative assessments occur at the end of an instructional unit and evaluate whether students have met specific learning outcomes. Are you assigning final projects or comprehensive exams that challenge your students to apply their skills in meaningful ways? Think about how these assessments reflect their readiness for the workforce and inform your curriculum effectiveness. Performance-based assessments require students to demonstrate their abilities in real-world scenarios. How do you incorporate practical exams or field assessments into your teaching? These opportunities allow students to showcase their skills with tools and technologies they will encounter in their future careers, making learning more relevant and applicable. Lastly, consider the power of self and reflective assessments. Are you encouraging your students to take ownership of their learning by maintaining self-reflection journals or setting personal goals? This practice fosters critical thinking and empowers them to become more effective learners. By embracing a more holistic approach to evaluation, you can create a paradigm shift in how we assess student competence in TVET. Are you ready to explore new ways to evaluate that go beyond traditional methods? By doing so, you not only enhance the quality of education, but also better prepare your students for the demands of the modern workforce. Let's rethink evaluation together and ensure our students are equipped for their future success. Now, let's take a moment to pause and reflect. For each question, take a few minutes to think deeply about your current teaching practice and how you can make improvements. What challenges have you faced in integrating new technologies into your teaching? Take a moment to consider any limitations, such as access to technology or resources, and how you have addressed these challenges. How do you evaluate whether a new technology or practice is relevant and valuable for your students? Reflect on the criteria you use to assess the importance of new trends and their applicability to your students' future careers. How can you encourage your students to stay curious and adaptable to emerging technologies in their chosen fields? Think about strategies you can implement to foster a mindset of lifelong learning and adaptability among your students. What recent example of integrated technology can you recall, and how effective was it in your classroom? Take a moment to think about the outcomes of using this technology and its influence on student participation and learning experiences. As we conclude Module 3, it's important to remember that understanding new technologies and standards is just the first step. The real value lies in how you apply that knowledge in your classroom. Our goal is to translate what you've learned into effective teaching strategies that help your students develop the skills they need for the workplace. Start by reviewing your lesson plans. Consider how the technologies and industry practices you've explored can be incorporated into your current curriculum. This may involve updating your teaching materials, adding practical demonstrations, or introducing new projects that engage your students. One effective way to introduce new technologies is through practical demonstrations and simulations. If you have access to the equipment, show your students how it works in a real-world context. Demonstrations provide hands-on learning experiences and help students understand the relevance of these technologies to their future careers. As you integrate these new tools and practices, encourage your students to think critically about how they can apply them in real-world scenarios. Ask them questions like, how does this technology solve a current problem in the industry? What are the potential challenges of using it? This critical thinking will deepen their understanding and prepare them for real challenges in their fields. As your students work with these new technologies, ensure you assess their progress regularly. Provide constructive feedback and adjust your teaching methods as needed to support effective learning. Remember, assessments should reflect real-world industry standards and be both practical and meaningful. Your role as an educator is not just to teach them the how, but also the why behind these technologies. This deeper understanding will set your students apart in their future careers. Finally, adapt your teaching to the local context. In developing countries, you may not have access to every cutting-edge piece of equipment, but you can still teach the principles behind them. Help your students understand how these technologies can be applied using the tools available in their region. Join us in our next module as we discuss how to share your findings and collaborate with colleagues to improve your teaching and enhance the overall quality of your TVET institution. Thank you for your participation. See you there. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more valuable content on vocational education and training. Stay connected by turning on notifications so you never miss an update. This video was created by Ken Biddington, TVET specialist at TVET International Inc. If you have any questions or want to learn more, feel free to reach out to him directly via email or visit his website, see below. Thanks again for your support, and we look forward to helping you enhance your skills as a TVET educator.